Hello, boys and girls. I have another book that we're going to read. It's called One Tiny Turtle. And this is a story, it's a fiction story, and it also has some interesting facts in there also. And it's going to tell the story of a turtle, and they live in the ocean, but they also come on land. So this is going to be a really interesting story to read, and when we are finished, we will actually create our own little tiny turtle with Play-Doh. One tiny turtle. Far, far out to sea, land is only a memory. An empty sky touches the water. Just beneath the surface is a tangle of weed and driftwood where tiny creatures cling. This is the nursery of a sea turtle. Passing in a boat, you might not notice the turtle. Not much bigger than a bottle cap. She hides in the green shadows. She's a baby, so her shell is soft as old leather. Just a little fish bite could rip it open. But the turtle is safe in her world of weed and snaps her beak on tiny crabs and shrimp. So here's a tiny crab. Now, if you'll notice, this writing down here is our facts. So this is a narrative part, and then this is the facts, okay? Turtles have shells that cover their backs and shells that cover their stomachs. The shells are made from bony plates that get bigger and harder as the turtle grows. So this is similar to Bat Loves the Night, how it's a narrative story on the top and then nonfiction on the bottom. The turtle swims around, flapping her long front flippers like wings. She is flying underwater. She pokes her pinprick nostrils through the silver surface to take a quick breath so fast, blink and you'd miss it. And I love how the author says she swims around, flying under the water. That means he's using the word flying. We think of birds flying, but the turtle she's flying so fast through the water. Then she's gone, diving down into her secret life again. Fish breathe underwater, but turtles are reptiles and need to come up to the surface for air. They do this every 4 to 5 minutes when they are active. When they are asleep, they can stay underwater for hours. That is interesting. I did not know they sleep underwater and stay for hours. For 3 or 4 years, maybe more, the turtle rides out storms and floats through the hot calms. Now, looking at this from Miss Henderson's Layers of the Ocean, I'm noticing that this is very dark blue, so the turtle must be down in the deeper layer of the ocean. Steadily, she outgrows her nursery. Nobody sees her leave, but when you look for her, she has vanished all the same. A year or 2 later, she turns up close to land, bigger than a dinner plate now. She's not a fish snack anymore. Her shell is hard as armor. Her head is tough as a helmet. She's grown into her name, Loggerhead. She has come to eat crabs. Millions swim up from the deep water to breed in the shallows. Their shells crack as easily as hen's eggs in her heavy jaws. But in a week, the feast is over and Loggerhead disappears again. Oh, I love me some crabs to eat. So her beak is so strong. It's like, you know how eggs, the author compares it to hen eggs. They crack real easily, your eggs in your refrigerator. So that's how the crab legs, that's how strong this loggerhead's bill is. Loggerheads wander far and wide in search of food. In summer, to cool seaweed jungles where she finds juicy clams and shallows of shrimp. Shells of shrimp. And in winter, to turquoise lagoons, warm as a bath, where she can munch among corals. Loggerhead may travel thousands of miles, but she leaves no trace or track for you to follow. Only good luck will catch you a glimpse of her. So this is making me think as a reader that, you know, these turtles are hard to spot in the ocean because they wander around. They're never really in the same place. That they're like wanderers, a roamer. For 30 years you might not find her. Then one summer night she arrives on the beach where she was born. She's found her way here, sensing north and south like a compass needle, feeling the current and the warmth of the waves. She remembers the taste of the water here and the sound of the surf. Here's our fiction again. Male turtles wait just off the nesting beach. They mate with the female, then the female comes ashore to lay eggs. Loggerheads has grown in her wandering years. She's big as a barrel now. Floating in the sea, she weighs nothing, but on land she's heavier than a man. So every flipper step is a struggle, and her eyes stream with salty tears, which help keep them free of sand. And if you'll notice right here, you can see these salty tears keeps that sand out. Coming ashore is very risky for sea turtles. They can easily overheat and die. So they only nest at night or in the cool weather. Then they get back to the sea as soon as possible. So I didn't know that about the sea turtles have tears in their eyes to keep the salt out. That's interesting. To keep the sand out. To keep the sand out. Loggerheads make her nest where the sea turtle, loggerheads make their nest where the sea won't reach. Scooping carefully with her hind flippers, she makes a steep, deep hole. Inside, she lays her eggs like 100 squiggly ping pong balls. Afterwards, she covers them with sand to hide her nest from the hungry mouths. And I wonder what's going to be the hungry mouths that could possibly eat. Think about that, why she has to hide her nest. Then Loggerhead is gone again, back to her secret life. Left behind under the sand, her eggs stay deep and safe. Baby turtles grow inside. Females stay close to their nesting beach for several months. In that time, they usually make at least 4 nests, and sometimes as many as 10. So not just one nest, but at least 4 and up to 10. Ooh, that's a lot. And before summer's over, they wiggle from their shells. Turtle eggs in warm sand can be ready to hatch in 6 weeks. If the sand is cool, they can take up to 3 weeks longer. So that's why they do it kind of in the summer. It's because the sand needs to be warm. Above them on the beach, 100 eyes watch, on the lookout for a meal. So the hatchling wait until night. Then they burst through the sand and skitter toward the sea. The horizon, where the sea meets the sky, tells baby turtles which way to turn to get to the water. But street lights and buildings next to the beach can confuse them and make them go the wrong way. Oh, so this is the horizon where the sky and the land meets back here. So that's how they know to go toward the water. So that's an instinct they're born with. But also, look at these predators out here. Oh. In the dark, claws and beaks and grabbing paws miss only one young turtle. One day she'll remember this beach and come back. But now she dives under the waves and swims and swims out into the arms of the ocean, far, far out to sea. Land becomes a memory waiting to wake in the head of the little turtle. So out of all those turtles, all these, and remember, this is just one nest. And see, these little crabs are getting the baby turtles. And these birds, only one makes it. So that makes me understand. That makes it clear for why it says on this page that they'll do 4 nests and up to 10, and very few actually make it to the water. So that's why they do so many. I hope you've enjoyed One Tiny Turtle, and then I'm going to show you an activity where we're going to make a turtle using clay.